the tape. Damian Maia will be 40 in November. Jorge Masvidal is 32. Maia 2 inches taller. He weighed in 170 and a hook, 171 for Masvidal. Game bred with a reach advantage of 2 inches. All right, now for the particulars inside the octagon, where we find Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a boxer holding a professional record, 32 wins, 11 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 171 pounds. Fighting out of Miami, Florida, presenting the number 5 welterweight contender in the world, Jorge Gamebred Massvidal. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter holding a professional record, 24 wins, 6 losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 170 and 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, presenting the 3-time World Cup Jiu-Jitsu champion and the number 3 ranked welterweight contender in the world, Damian Maia! And when the action begins, a referee in charge, Kerry Hatley.
Kerry Hatley, our referee. It has been 8 years and 22 fights since Jorge Masvidal was submitted. That, of course, the goal for the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner Damian Maia tonight. Maia, the southpaw, in black trunks.
Masvidal just shook off the hand touch. It's like, no, we're here to fight.
Damian Maia is one of the only guys that really hasn't abandoned, you know, his roots. He's still a jiu-jitsu guy, and because of that, Joe, he's a hero. Like, the people in the jiu-jitsu community love Damian Maia because he's so true to who he is.
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, he's the last example of a real throwback. Look at that. I mean, immediately shoots, ties you up, just pulls guard, and his takedown attempts, he chains them together. He's unbelievably physically strong because you're dealing with a guy that fought at 185 pounds his entire career, and he's just shocking in his ability to tie you up. And look at this, he gets a hold of the leg, and Masvidal's defending it off very well so far.
Masvidal has already done better than previous opponents of Maia during this recent run. Perhaps that guillotine attempt maybe got Maia's attention.
When Maia has a hold of you, you're in danger. And this is what's going on right now. Maia's got a hold of him, and he's getting his back.
That's the issue, Joe. You know, a lot of us, as fighters, we stand up by giving our back to get to the fence.
Yep.
Against Damian, you can't do that because he finds a way to get a hook in, and once he gets a hook in, then you're in trouble.
Injustice 2, fight is your favorite DC heroes and villains in the Ultimate Superpowered Showdown, available Tuesday on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
He's got his back and he's got the body triangle in. Jorge Masvidal right now is in deep trouble. I mean, he's gonna do his level best, defend and be patient, but this is not where he wants to be. He's carrying Damian Maia's weight. It's easy for Damian to hold this position. He's got the butterfly behind the back leg. He's got the body triangle locked in tight. This constricts the breathing of Jorge Masvidal. And if Jorge makes a mistake, an arm is going under his neck and he's gonna go to sleep.
But what does Damian have to do to get him back down to the ground? Because as much as he's comfortable, he doesn't need to put him down.
He just has to grab his neck. Like, this is a battle right now. This is terrible. This is terrible.
This is where
he's got it across the face. He doesn't even need to go under your chin. He'll choke you unconscious through your eyeballs. I mean, you're dealing with a completely different level of squeeze. There's levels to jiu-jitsu, and Damian Maia is one of the highest levels of all time.
Yeah. Masvidal's doing a good job of controlling Maia's left hand.
He's doing a great job.
Yeah, so that when Maia goes under the chin or across the face, he cannot get his hands locked to either start dragging him back down to the ground or start looking for a choke.
But Damian will switch to the left hand then. Good defense. So far, excellent defense by Masvidal. And as long as he keeps Damian pressed up against the cage, he doesn't really have to worry about carrying his weight. And if you look at where Damian's leg is, it's not constricting his breathing right now.
And because of the way Damian's last few fights have gone, John, you wonder if Masvidal's like, okay, I'm in trouble, but the fights, I lose this round, it's fine. Will Damian have the energy to get a takedown like he did at the beginning of this round? Because it took a lot of energy to get him down.
Damian went sideways. He switched a little, and now he's making him. He's trying to drag him down here. Now he popped back up. He just has to get his hands together. If he gets his hands together, Masvidal's in trouble.
And Masvidal's doing a good job of actually controlling the top hand so that Damian cannot attack his chin.
Yeah, excellent defense so far, but I mean, this is like watching a snake trying to swallow its prey.
Few men able to survive with Damian Maia on their back for this long. It's going to be a long minute plus here for Gamebred.
So, Joe, as the top guy in Damian Maia, you know, it's like attacking a submission for long with this body triangle. Do the legs start to be a little heavier going into the second round?
Yeah, well, he's definitely going to feel this, but not too much, because the way the shin is across the thigh, he doesn't have to completely carry all of his weight. He's kind of supporting, almost like he's sitting on him. And he's carrying him also a little bit with his upper body, but he switched it. He switched the body triangle to the hooks. He went back to the traditional hooks, and now he's in danger of getting shook off. And he recognized that, back to the body triangle. So that is probably answering your question. He probably released the body triangle because his thighs started getting tired. Now, he almost dropped down and grabbed a hold of the leg to try to pick the ankle out from underneath him. But he's still battling here. And Masvidal did a great move right there. Got that two hands on one and got that arm to the side. And he's in a position where Damian Maia's elbow is in trouble. And now he's turning, but he's on top. Oh, he's tagging him. Maia's in big trouble.
Masvidal making these ground strikes count.
Maia right back to that half guard, though, man.
Maia back to the half guard, but doesn't have any control of the body right here. Doesn't have control of the posture. He's doing a good job defensively, ducked under that punch, so he's still got his wits about him, but he doesn't have control of Jorge Masvidal here. Masvidal ends the round on top, doing damage. Very interesting.
He's got to feel good about that.
Yes, because he survived the onslaught. And look, Damian Maia's walking back a little limping. Yeah. That might be his leg tired. His legs might be spent here.
He's tired now. We got him, George. Breathe. Smart feet, footwork. Now you can start letting go. He's going to be tired.
Breathe. Muévete, tírale la combina. Ya el pecho, la derecha a la cara. Ya el pecho para que él no baje. Okay. Vamos.
Postura no começo tem que ser impositiva para ele não acreditar e não vir.
So he doesn't believe and doesn't come. Always try to get him against the cage. That's where you're going to get him. Always put on the cage and put him down. You run the round.
You know, it's interesting. I think he did win the round, but he didn't really do anything to him. You know what I mean?
The unauthorized reproduction or distribution of this copyrighted work is illegal and punishable under law.
There was a moment where Damian
round two, ready?
came close to sinking something in, but it never really did. So it was basically just controlling position, getting a takedown, but Masvidal did some damage at the end of the round. So it makes this very interesting.
Masvidal was breathing very heavy in between rounds, and as soon as they said fight, he seems to kind of be okay, but now some tape's loose on his hand. They're going to have to cut it.
Hey.
George! Ofensivo, tú! Oh, there we go.
So they came in, cut the trailing tape there on the glove of Masvidal. Back underway, 20 seconds gone by here, round two.
Yeah, there was some deep breathing by Jorge Masvidal in between rounds, but he seems to have recovered.
And now he's fighting forward. Now he's got Maia on his back foot.
And there's that shot again, this time stuffed.
Great takedown defense by Masvidal.
And now Masvidal's nice and slippery. Good kick to the body by Masvidal. Ooh, inside leg kick. And this is dangerous for Damian Maia.
Every strike Masvidal lands, his corner just goes crazy. Because they know now they're fighting the fight that they want to fight.
Huge for Masvidal to get to that stool in round two. Working off the jab here, another good sprawl.
Not just that, he shot and then stopped. He stopped once he realized that the sprawl, he didn't keep chaining it together like he did in the first round.
Yes, that's the difference. Because of the fatigue, he didn't pull half guard to put himself in position to try to get another kick. And he stays here.
He's getting lit up.
He's getting lit up.
He's getting lit up.
Masvidal is so clean and so fast with his technique. No wasted motions on those kicks. There's no tell. Damian Maia can't read that because there's no tell.
There's no tell, and he's standing straight up, too. Look how straight he stands.
Maia pressing down gingerly on that lead leg. Masvidal attacks again.
See, again, once he sprawls, he's not shooting. There he goes. Now he's going to half guard. Now Masvidal's in a little bit of trouble. Now it gets tricky. And
Now
Masvidal's confident.
Yep. But he's got to get those legs back. Be careful. Maia's going to try to run the pike here.
He's got loose. Oh, he nailed him. He nailed him. He hit him with a knee and another shot.
Another shot.
Desperation now.
Yep. And there you go. Again, half guard.
Yeah, but he does not have control.
Because Maia keeps sprawling all the I'm sorry, Masvidal keeps sprawling all the way out.
Yep.
He keeps taking his legs all the way back, so it doesn't give Damian a chance to try to make him engage him in grappling situations.
And now Damian has a hold of the leg with one leg. He's got it slightly hooked, but it's not really enough to keep Masvidal in place.
And as long as he's flat, Masvidal is okay. It's when he starts to build up to his base where Masvidal has to worry.
Oh, now he's got him down. Now it gets interesting. 2 minutes, 34 seconds to go. Let's see if Damian can work. Look at Masvidal trying to lock up an anaconda choke. That's interesting, because he's kind of got it. You know?
And maybe not the strength discrepancy that some forecasted here with the former middleweight and former lightweight here meeting in the middle. 0 for 5 for Maia on his takedowns this round, unofficially 2 for 10 for the fight.
So he shoots a single, goes to half guard and finishes the takedown, but the takedown doesn't count. How's that work? If there is no takedowns, Joe, how are they on the ground right now?
The takedown doesn't count, like in the UFC.
Well, he just said 0 for 10, but he's out. Somebody got a takedown.
It's obviously a takedown.
It's like what? Like blink
Who
my
says
eyes or
there's no
something?
takedown? There's a takedown now.
Why is 0 for 10?
No score.
I'm putting you in charge of the takedowns now. Who more qualified to do a takedown than Daniel Cormier? Maia is behind Masvidal, but Masvidal's almost up to his feet. And if he does get up to his feet, Maia could be in trouble.
Yes,
you see a lot of blood coming out of Maia's head right now. Looks like something in the forehead. Maia drags him down again.
If Jorge Masvidal gets out of this position, that will be the worst case scenario for Damian Maia, because he worked so hard to get here.
He's got to be exhausted. But then again, Masvidal might be exhausted too, but it's going to be easier for him to defend the takedowns than it's going to be for Masvidal to defend the strikes.
Yes.
Damian's still just trying to lace those legs. Oh, dragged him down now. Minute to go. Things are getting interesting right here. Armbar attempt, perhaps.
Masvidal has to be very careful in this position here. And not only for the submission, but also the fact that Maia's getting time to rest here. Again, he can be in this position all day. If it's a grappling, he can do this all day. He needs to make him uncomfortable where he's standing grappling or on the feet trying to strike with Jorge Masvidal.
But what Masvidal's done really well on the ground is defend himself in an impressive way. 30 seconds to go.
But again, Masvidal was so successful early in the round with the strikes. And then Maia, when he took him down, Joe, you said 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So half the round on the feet, half the round on the ground. How do you score?
That's a very good question. Because when it comes to damage, you got to give it to Masvidal.
Yes.
Lit him up with those leg kicks, hit him with a knee, hit him with a couple of good shots. But on the ground,
it's a wash. He's winning. Maia's winning.
Masvidal intimating to watch the back of the head. 10 minutes now gone by.
Very interesting headed into the third round.
Water, come on. Just breathe.
Gelo.
Come on, get the ice on it.
Só respira, a água tá na tua mão.
Okay, breathe, water's in your hand, man.
Isso,
Let me ask you this, DC, how do you score this now?
Ganhou esse round.
You won this round
Virou o
again.
round no final. Segura.
You turned it around. Now what do we need? You need to be intelligent. He's going to come at you.
Postura de dropar nível, isso que previne
changing your levels.
Quando for entrar, tem que ser com ele perto da grade.
When you try to take him down, it has to be near the edge of the cage.
Tá esperando para sprawl.
Tira de las manos, brother, saca las manos. Saca tus combinaciones, ya el upper hook, ya y tira a la derecha. Y síguele metiendo el low kick a la rodilla, que tiene dolor en la rodilla. Síguele metiendo el low kick. No te quedes parado frente a él. Si te lleva para el piso, te para.
Dodging the question away.
Hey, Joe, you guys, a brother can only be wrong so many times. So once the scorecards are read, then I will tell you who I thought won. Because I have no idea. I actually have no idea because it was split right down the middle. I mean, Maia won the second half, and Masvidal won the first half. First round, I thought Maia won, but I mean, Masvidal finished on top, landing big damage. It's a crazy fight.
Well,
so
we can all agree.
It's possible that it could be 1-1 here.
Yes, could be 1-1 going into the third. And for Damian Maia, I feel he needs to rush that takedown again earlier in the round.
Ooh, high kick.
Because this does him no favor.
Yes, you're right. But if he does rush in, he's worried about getting clipped or something.
He's got to shoot like he did, fall to his back and get the half guard.
Oh, strong inside leg kick. Really, he might have hurt his knee there.
Yeah.
Damian's trying to, he's moving around, but it looked like his knee buckled.
Yep.
That was a strong inside leg kick. And again, the way you said it, there's no telegraphing. He just smacks those out there.
Body kick good for Masvidal as well, and a good poker face from Maia. I think you're right, Joe. I think that left leg is hurting.
But again, you know, it's like if he gets beat up for another 2.5 minutes and takes him down and does not do the damage that Masvidal does, you know, how does he expect to actually get the judges to score in his favor?
It's a really good question because he didn't come close to securing a submission in that second round. He got a good position. He was on top. But the bottom line is Masvidal's doing more damage in this position than he's doing on the ground.
Yes.
Certainly in the first round, there was more time spent in control by Maia. But again, didn't really get close to finishing.
Minute and a half gone by here in this third and final round.
This is where you need really educated judges.
Distance strikes, no surprise. All Jorge Masvidal.
So far, no takedown attempt yet by Damian, just fainting.
So what is it? Does Maia believe he won the first 2 rounds? Is that the message he got in his corner?
I don't know. I mean, he listened to his corner, I'm sure. I mean, he might think that Masvidal has to come to him, and he might be right. You don't really know.
Well, given what's at stake, you don't want to sit on what you think is a lead.
Yeah.
John, as close as it is, though, it's like still, is that okay? You know, to just take, you know, it's close.
Well, Maia is still in danger, obviously, and he might feel in danger and just not feel like he's recovered enough to explode and move in for a takedown. And Masvidal's been tagging him, especially that knee.
It's pick your poison with Jorge Masvidal on the feet. Power in all limbs.
I mean, there you go. There it is. Now here comes the attempt. Nice high cross by Maia.
Jumps on it.
But again, look, Joe, we're at 227 now.
Yep.
The same exact situation as we were in last round if Maia is able to control the second part of the round.
But if you can finish him, this is all mute.
And now you see Masvidal's a little more accepting of just being on the ground with Damian Maia.
Yeah, because he's got some
tired.
Experience in the defense as well, though.
And he's a little tired. Both guys are. They've worked hard.
Joe, you heard the Maia corner earlier reference the fence. How might the fence be used to Maia's advantage as he tries to get a submission?
Well, if Maia can get behind, he's under the chin here.
And he's just at a bad angle. If he can actually get the back, he can finish this. He was at a bad angle.
He's at a bad angle, and Masvidal realized it. It can keep him from rolling away, and he's doing that here.
Oh, this is where you don't want to be, though.
Yeah, this ain't good for Masvidal.
Masvidal's trying to get to his back here. He's trying to get off of Maia to his left to get to his back, which may end up giving up mount.
Well, he's not going to because of the body triangle.
Now he's not going anywhere.
The only thing about the body triangle here is that Damian has to elevate his hips so that the weight isn't on the left side. So the way it is right now, you can't really squeeze down as well because it puts too much pressure on the foot and the ankle. So he could do 2 things. He'd either let that go and go to full hooks, or he could switch the body triangle. But he might not feel confident enough in controlling him to let that go.
But defense 101 from that body triangle for Jorge Masvidal is to get the foot on that side.
Yes, he's done the perfect thing. But Damian might move over to the mountain here.
So less than a minute now to go. You got to think UFC welterweight champ Tyron will be back in studio, an interested observer here.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, look, it's a very interesting fight because of the fact that Damian is a specialist and because of the fact that Jorge is so crafty. And you get to see a guy survive Damian Maia. You don't really see that too often. No. Most guys, they get taken into that deep water and then they drown. But Jorge is surviving and he's talking trash to him while Damian's beating him up. Only 20 seconds to go.
Nelson, last guy to take Maia the 15-minute distance.
Oh, he's got him flattened out now, though. This is a bad position for Jorge Masvidal, but not much time.
But in terms of damage, I still feel as though Masvidal did more damage in this entire fight.
I agree with you.
Well, we talk about Damian Maia's striking defense, but he only landed 3 significant strikes tonight. Decided advantage for Masvidal on the feet. And this welterweight title eliminator goes the distance. Gamebred raises his hands, thinks he's done enough. Same can be said for Damian Maia. Number 3 versus number 5 in this UFC welterweight division. The fight replay is brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you.
This was the story of the fight. You know, Damian Maia trying to secure takedowns, get the back and control Jorge Masvidal, and Jorge Masvidal wanted to stand at range of strike. Here you see Damian get to the body lock, take his back, and take him down. Now, into the first round, Jorge Masvidal finds a way to change the position, gets off some really good damage to end the round. So the lasting impression the judges will see is Jorge Masvidal on top. At range, all Masvidal, inside leg kicks. Right here through the knee, but the elbow was the telling strike in that exchange. Again, inside leg kick. Damian Maia staggering a little bit. Body kick, big kick in the third round by Masvidal. But after a while, Damian Maia goes for his shot, high crotch, elevates the leg, runs into Jorge Masvidal. Once he's on the ground, he controlled the rest of the fight. Every round broke down into two parts. 2.5 minutes for Masvidal, 2.5 minutes for Maia.
Well, no fighter in the last 3 or 4 years has had as much success on the feet against Damian Maia as Jorge Masvidal did tonight. It remains to be seen as to whether or not he has done enough to take Maia's spot in the top 3 and potentially secure that elusive first UFC title shot. The official decision is brought to you by Metro PCS, who brings you closer than ever to the UFC on a fast nationwide 4G LTE network. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Jeff Mullen scores the contest, 29-28, Maia. Aladdin Martinez scores the contest, 29-28, Masvidal. And Sal Diamato scores it, 29-28, for the winner by split decision, Damian Maia.
I'm here with the winner, Damian Maia. First of all, Damian, congratulations. You faced a very crafty, very skillful opponent. Was there anything in this fight that surprised you?
Very much. I thought he was easier to take down, and he was easier to submit, but actually he's one of the best jiu-jitsu fighters that I ever fought in the UFC.
Now, when it comes to scoring a fight like this, it can be very difficult. One fighter was dominating the stand-up aspect of the fight. You got it to the ground, and you were able to dominate that aspect of it. Were you concerned when the judges were reading the decision?
No, I thought I was winning because he didn't really dominate stand-up. He was more like even, and on the ground, I was totally dominating him. So I thought, you know, was a right decision.
Now, what did you just say to Dana White? You went over and you said something to him. What did you just say?
I said it to Dana, 7 in a row, the Brazilian with most wins in the UFC, 3rd of all times. I want to fight for the title. He said, you got it. Thank you, Dana.
He said you got it. All right, so the next time we see you in this octagon, you'll be fighting for the UFC welterweight title against Tyron Woodley. Give us your thoughts on that.
Finally, thanks God. It's just a dream come true, you know. I've been working so hard for that. And of course, I want to come here and submit all my fights like I did in my last fights. Today, I wasn't able, but the crowd in Dallas was great, you know, in the street this week. Everybody was so great here in Texas. Thank you very much, guys, for the support. You guys are great. Everybody said to me that Texas is a great place, and, you know, I'm sure about that right now.
Congratulations on your victory. Congratulations on your upcoming title shot. And I look forward to seeing you fight for the World Championship. Damian Maia, ladies and gentlemen.
19th UFC win for Damian Maia. That post-fight interview.